In Kinshasa, the city never truly slept. Even at night, music floated through the air, taxis honked impatiently, and generators hummed like restless hearts. Life moved fast, loudly, endlessly. But inside Nadia Mbuyi's home, something had gone painfully quiet. Nadia was 32 years old, married for 7 years, and tired in a way sleep could not fix. Not the tiredness of work or long days, but the exhaustion that comes from loving someone who no longer seems present. She still remembered the early days with her husband, Patrick Mbuyi, now 38. He used to come home early, laugh loudly, complain about traffic, and pull her into his arms like the world outside did not matter. Now the doors open late, sometimes after midnight, sometimes close to dawn. And when they did, the man who walked in smelled of alcohol, perfume that was not hers, and excuses that no longer made sense. Nadia tried to be patient. She tried to be understanding. She told herself marriage had seasons. But deep inside, a quiet voice whispered the truth she was afraid to face. At first, it was small things. Patrick guarding his phone like it was gold, smiling at messages he never shared, turning his screen away, leaving the room to take calls. Then came the lies. I'm working late. Traffic was bad. I slept at the office. Nadia wanted to believe him. She truly did. Because believing him meant her life was still intact. Doubting him meant everything she had built could collapse. But one night, after Patrick stumbled into bed and fell asleep almost immediately, his phone lit up on the bedside table. Message after message. Names Nadia did not recognize. Hearts, kisses, promises. Her hands trembled as she picked up the phone. What she saw broke her in a way she could never fully explain. There were love messages from many women. Not one mistake. Not one misunderstanding. Many different conversations. Different tones. Different lies tailored to different women. Her heart felt bitter, heavy, and hot with rage. That night, Nadia did not cry. She was too shocked. Too numb. She copied the numbers. The next morning, Patrick left for work as usual, kissing Nadia on the cheek like nothing was wrong. The audacity hurt more than the betrayal. As soon as the door closed, Nadia sat on the edge of the bed with her phone in her hand. Her heart raced. Her pride screamed at her to stop, but pain pushed her forward. She called one of the women. When the woman answered, Nadia introduced herself calmly and asked her to stay away from her husband. The woman sounded distracted and said she was busy. She promised to call back later. Nadia waited the whole day. Her thoughts ran wild. She imagined insults, arguments, denial, maybe even threats. But when the call finally came that evening, nothing prepared her for what she heard. The woman spoke calmly, almost kindly. She told Nadia she should take care of herself instead of wasting her time on a man who did not deserve it. She said Patrick was useless, stingy, careless, and irresponsible. She said Nadia was not the only woman involved, and she would not be the last. Then came the words that cut deepest. The woman said she was not interested in Patrick, not in this life or the next. She said she only accepted the little money and food he offered. Nothing more. Nadia felt naked, exposed, ashamed. The woman went on, almost like an older sister speaking hard truth. She asked Nadia how she coped with Patrick's bad habits, his smell, his lack of care. She said she pitied Nadia not out of cruelty, but out of honesty. Finally, the woman said, "Don't call me again unless you need real help. Not about a man who doesn't care about either of us." The call ended. Nadia sat in silence for a long time. She felt humiliated not because of the woman, but because of herself. She had called to warn someone, only to be the one awakened. She had been fighting strangers instead of facing the truth standing in her own home. That night, the tears came. Quiet at first, then uncontrollable. She cried for the woman she used to be. She cried for the love she thought she had. She cried because she realized how much of herself she had lost, trying to hold on to a broken marriage. She whispered to herself, "When did I become this person?" In the days that followed, something changed. Not overnight, not magically, but quietly. Dangerously quiet. Nadia stopped calling numbers. She stopped checking phones. She stopped begging for honesty from a man who had made lying an art. Instead, she turned inward. She remembered the dreams she had buried to survive the marriage, the ambitions she had silenced to keep the peace. She threw herself into work, reconnected with old friends, and slowly rebuilt the woman she had abandoned. She looked better, slept better, smiled more, but the smiles no longer reached Patrick. Patrick noticed. He noticed the silence, the distance, the way Nadia no longer asked questions, no longer complained, no longer waited up, and that scared him more than her tears ever did. One evening, as Nadia prepared dinner, Patrick stood at the doorway watching her like a stranger. His voice was soft, almost careful. "You've changed," he said. Nadia didn't turn around. "People change when they finally wake up," she replied. Patrick swallowed hard. What Nadia didn't he know, what she couldn't he know, was that Patrick had noticed more than her silence. He had noticed a new number calling her phone. He had noticed late messages she never explained. He had noticed the way she locked her screen now. And that night, while Nadia slept peacefully for the first time in years, Patrick sat in the living room, staring at his phone, realizing something terrifying. Nadia was no longer chasing him. She was preparing for something else, something he couldn't control, something he couldn't stop. The generator hummed outside. Kinshasa buzzed endlessly. And inside that house, two people lay awake, both hiding secrets. But only one of them was ready to walk away. Watch out for part 2. Because Nadia's silence is not weakness. It's the calm before the storm.